Legal malpractice and the negligent real estate lawyer settlement. Good afternoon. I'm attorney Neil Burns, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about a case in which we represented an elderly gentleman who was mistreated by his attorney. His attorney was negligent, and it cost him a lot of money. This client owned a house. He bought a house with his wife, and when he bought the house, there was an inspection, and the inspection said there may be oil tanks. And he went to his lawyer at the time, and the lawyer said, "Don't worry about it. This is a remote part of Massachusetts. Nobody cares. If there may be oil tanks, don't worry about it." And this was all in writing. So he bought the house with his wife. He lived there for many years. His wife passed on, unfortunately, and he went to sell the house. When he went to sell the house, the new inspector said, "Hey, there's oil tanks here. You got to remove those. It's in violation of the law." So his new lawyer looked at the transaction that had occurred many years earlier and said, "Hey, this guy was negligent. He should never have told you to not look into these oil tanks. It's pretty crystal clear from the inspection report that there's probably oil tanks buried under the earth here, just outside your house." And he had to sell his house, he had to spend a lot of money to dig them up and properly dispose of them. And he, of course, did do that because he wanted to properly sell his house. So he did do that. And the lawyers in that part of Massachusetts said, "We're not going to touch this. This guy's a real estate lawyer that we all know. We're not going to bother with this. No way." The case came to us here in downtown Boston, and we said, of course we would take this case. It's clear negligence. The guy put it in writing, you don't need to remove the oil tanks, even though the inspector, the expert, said you probably have oil tanks here. And it's a violation of the law to have oil tanks when you're transacting with the sale of land in Massachusetts. Environmental laws are pretty crystal clear here. And real estate attorneys know or should know that. We contacted the attorney. He contacted his insurance company, and they said, "Please don't even write a demand. Tell us what it's going to cost to remove the oil tanks, what it's going to cost for your fee. We just want to settle this case." And fortunately, we were able to settle this case for the full value of the loss, that is the removal of the oil tanks. We got a fee, and our client was able to move on without having to lose all of that money in the sale of his house. If you've been a victim of legal malpractice, if your real estate lawyer has done something improper, inappropriate, that causes you damages, such as in this case, where there was a lot of damages, there was a clear set of damages and what the client had to do to sell his house. If you've been a victim of malpractice, give us a call. At Burns & Jan, we're experienced, we're aggressive, we're effective. My partner, Rashawn Jan, is in court almost every day. Our cases get resolved in favor of our client. We work hard, we're aggressive, we're effective, and we care about our clients. So if you've been a victim, or if you think you've been a victim of a real estate malpractice or of some other type of legal malpractice, give us a call. We want to help you. Call Burns & Jan, 617-227-7423. Thank you.